creating a vortex, as it were, if you visualize what I'm talking about. And see, I see that the ring is being completed today, and we're beginning to interweave new energies into this ring as we grow it. In this time and space kind of situation, we have all these responsibilities that are coming up in our faces on a quick daily basis, and the span is getting so much faster, like we started the show speaking about. So the general consensus is that you work harder when you get into these positions.
And I think the people that will be overwhelmed the most with this are the way showers, because they are the ones that are feeling the energies and are seeing that manifest in their own lives. But they, the way showers, are the people that are equipped to deal with this. That's what they incarnated for. They've done this before, and no matter how worried they may feel about them being up to the job, they are. The way showers have been put into places where they are able to do this job, and they won't be given any more than they are capable of dealing with. But obviously they may be taken to a point where they're using their utmost, they're using all their resources and everything they have, and the rewards will come back to them for doing that. And also asking for a solution might suggest there is a problem. Well, of course, on this level there are many problems, and there is a problem and we need a solution. And on another level, there never was a problem in the first place, so there doesn't need to be a solution. On the highest level, all is as it should be.
Well, that is true. But, you know, one of the things I say on the ceremony of asking, which is working through some of the light worker energy, is a little bit difficult, because being in reality is an important step as well. And it's stated, getting it real is, imagine someone entering a banquet and they are hungry. They smell the food that is prepared. It is a wondrous banquet of every choice of food on the planet. Then watch them go to the servers with an empty plate and look over the food placed out. And rather than asking for the food, they say, I have all that I want now, and I am so happy that my body is perfect. I am so grateful that this banquet is full of food that anyone can ever want. They continue to say that this is such a great banquet and compliment each selection and say how wonderfully good it looks and how well it probably tastes, and pass every selection and sit down at the table with an empty plate. Their body is still hungry, but they sit there speaking of how good it is and that they are in such a fine banquet. Around them, others are eating, laughing, and talking to each other and having a joyous time, and never really notice the person sitting alone with an empty plate, smiling nervously as they pretend that they are full, and when they are really starving for nourishment, companionship, and energy. And so the ceremony of asking is about you're selecting your seeds, which are ideas that are based on your desires that come from where you are in contrast. If you have no needs, desires, wants, or contrast in your life between the way things are and the way things you want to be in the areas of finance, work, love, relationship, body, habits, personal well-being, then you're not part of this earth experience.
Exactly. No, everything you said is completely right. And it's working on the different levels, and a lot of people do tend to move to one level and stay in that level and not bring that down into the earth level and integrate it. So it's okay to say all is as it should be and all is perfect and everything is as it should be. That's true, but also we need to bring that down and see, well, things aren't as they should be. We need to change things. We need to move forward. We need to find solutions to this and solutions to that, and both of those must be embraced at the same time. And I understand completely what you're saying, and I think going back a few years, a lot of the spirituality that I came across with people was very much coming from the angle of everything's perfect, everything is as it should be, and I feel love, and they hadn't integrated that into their life. And now is the time when we're integrating that. So what I would say to the person sitting there hungry, that there are many scenarios. There may be somebody in that banquet that sees the hungry person and then take some of the food from their plate and give to them. That's one solution that would come to me straight away. And that way, the person that was hungry has manifested that food, but it's come from somebody else who is there to help, who's giving, they're a way shower, they're a light worker, and that's everything that you see in the gold ring. What you're doing here in the gold ring needs to expand to the whole planet, so that eventually the gold ring becomes us all. We are all in the gold ring, and you know, that's where we're going. I mean, whether every single person on this planet will move into that gold ring group, that hasn't been written, and from the vantage point from where we are now, it looks unlikely, but that doesn't mean that a large group of people, a large majority of people on this planet can't take place in that gold ring.
Even from just this, what is a relatively small group, we will change the world. We will change the world through circulation.
And they will change the world, because if each of those people are aligning with that higher mission, and they're all moving into places of prominence, of way shower ability, then of course that will change the world. I really truly believe this has started. This process has started. It started not just with the gold ring, but with other groups that are similar in other places that perhaps we aren't in contact with at the moment. The internet is bringing this together. It's happening in all the structures, and it's coming from the higher 5th, 6th dimensional frequencies, but it's coming through the conduits on Earth, and we are the ones that are doing it in a grounded way. We don't have to be talking about being in touch with higher energies to do this. We can just do this and be human. And I really see this happening, and I think it's starting now, and the seeds are growing and they're being watered. And I really see exactly your visions coming to fruition. You know, maybe not exactly as you may see it, as there are so many different possibilities as to how to get there, and so many different things and so many different quantum realities coming up depending on other countries and other people, but it's all coming together in a collective way. And it seems chaotic right now, but we only need a certain number. I don't know what that number is, but I know that there is a critical level of consciousness, and once the consciousness reaches that critical level, depending on the geographical area of where those people are, when that consciousness reaches a certain level, then it starts to affect the collective consciousness. And if we can do that, if we can reach to that level that will change the collective consciousness, then of course we will change the world.
Yeah, and Pixie, I'm very adamant about staying away from analyzing the world as it sits. I do so, but I don't make predictions. Being an astrologer, I see so many different timelines unfolding for people, and it's really based upon their soul energy. And there's in the mass consciousness, there is such a swirling vortex of energies that are moving in so many different directions, as you well know. But when you hold a vortex of energy together, which is the gold ring like this, it provides this sound. It provides this ringing. I shared with Asa the other day, I said, imagine a ring held in suspension and anti-gravity, and what would that sound like if it was touched, if it was, hammered and tempered into a very strong and powerful connective circle. And when that is strong, the resonation from a ring is amazing. But if you touch it at any place, you deaden the sound. So this ring is a sacred ring that when you hit it, it expands the sound. And sound is how we're going to change the world, with the music that is being created, with your voice, which is resonating to people all over the world, and to the other voices that are coming through as well.